here's Lindsay. So good things, good body position, hips and legs are level in the water, your breathing looks comfortable, and your extension is good, or the amount of forward reach you're getting is good. Now, a couple things we talked about, on a lot of the strokes you sort of reach into the middle as opposed to directly in front of your shoulder. So you want that hand going directly in the front line of your shoulder. It's just a better starting point for the pull, and you'll get a little bit less torso rotation, or torso side to side in the water. So when you watch yourself swimming full, from the front angle, you can see your hips kind of go to the left, go to the right, and that's caused by that internal reach. We also talked about, you have a tendency, or you were pushing with your hip. My view on swimming is that you allow any torso rotation to be a result of your forward extension. So when you reach forward, and you reach forward really well, your body's going to rotate naturally. So you don't have to force it. So here you can see, when you're reaching forward, your hand sort of goes in front of your head. You want your hand to go in front of your shoulder. And you get a little bit of a wiggle with the hips and legs, so that affects your streamline. So if you can make your streamline a little better, you're going to be faster, even if nothing else changed. So underwater, again, really good extension forward, and we talked about this quite a bit. So you have a good initiation of the catch. So the first part of the catch you are getting well. You're getting the high elbow, or the early vertical forearm, whichever term you want to use on it. On the second half, it's like you're keeping your arm curved and losing a little bit of the power you generated. So once you get halfway through, you want that hand and forearm to stay vertical, more or less, up and down to the bottom of the pool as well as possible. I mean, it's impossible to keep it the whole way, but it's like your arm is curved at the beginning and then it stays curved through the pull. I hope that makes sense. It's like if you were pushing yourself up a wall. Once you get into the halfway point, you continue to push against the wall, whereas you're like pulling the wall back. That's kind of the best description I can give on it. At the end of the video, there's freeze frames, and you'll see some of what I'm talking about. Again, though, you've got the front part down pretty well. The kick timing looks fine, looks comfortable. It supports your stroke time. So yeah, major things are going to be where your hand starts from, and then just improving that second half of the catch. The second half of the pull. The line you're pulling back is good, so you're, from where you're starting, you're pulling directly back. So this is working on extending the hand and arm. Whoa, zoomed in, sorry. Extending the hand and arm directly in front of the shoulder, as opposed to in front of the head. So this does look better. So your hand is extending more. The left hand is a little more off the left side, and the right hand is a little more off the right side. That's where you want to be. And you can see that there's a bit less kind of wiggle going on with the hips and legs. So that's improving your streamline. So your reach is good. And really that first part of the catch is good. So working on the same thing here. left hand in front of the left shoulder, right hand in front of the right shoulder. So this is definitely better. So this is trying to unlearn the hip push, or rotating from the core or hip. You allow the rotation to be a result of extension and the roll that's going on with your shoulders. So if you have a good extension and rotation through your shoulders, it will follow through to your hips. It's better. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, so this is working on one arm, trying to eliminate the curl or the curve that you had on the second half of the stroke. So you do have a good catch initiation, you know, high elbow, early vertical forearm, all those names. You are doing that well, and so we're just trying to maintain that sort of thrust that you get from that. And you're doing this here, so this arm is looking improved. So the left arm was your previously better arm, so the right may just be a little harder for you to get with this, but you just keep working on it. So yeah, if you were to slow this down, you'll see a little bit of the curl still on the second half of the stroke. So do a lot of that halfway sculling drill that I had you do. That's going to be helpful. So this is just regular timing swimming, trying to get the catch and then push through rather than curl through on the second half of the stroke. So yeah, I think you're going to want to do this in isolation. You're going to do one arm drill and that sort of thing, because you're reverting a bit to the style you had previously. You sort of reverted a bit to curling under with that arm.
With my right again?
With your left there. So you might just do a lot of one arm drilling.
Okay. All right. I'll try it once more.
Yeah, same thing over here. So looking at the frame by frame, good reach forward, that's great. And then you start your catch, so you can see your hand and forearm angling down vertical, which is what you want to see. So that's good through here, and then pretty good push. So this is pretty good on this particular series. So the hand is kind of broken off the angle of the forearm, so that hand you would want to keep in the same line as the forearm in the previous pictures. Operate your hand and your forearm as one line essentially. You don't want that hand curving separate from the forearm. So good extension, reach forward here. You start to see the catch going, see your lat engaging. So this is good right here. And then maybe a little too curled up at this point. And see the hand is kind of pointed up at the surface now. So that hand's not really providing a bunch of thrust forward on that section. Hope that helps.